Hi everyone, welcome back to my class. This is Romana Ali. I hope you all are doing well. In today's class, let us start a new lesson, and the name of our lesson is Shelters of Animals. So what do you mean by the word shelter? Shelter means any structure that provides protection, that provides covering to the different living organisms. For example, our shelter is our home. We live in our house. That house protects us from heat, cold and rain, right? So shelter is nothing but it is the structure that provides protection or cover. We are living beings, so we need shelter, food and clothes to survive on the earth. Likewise, animals are also the living things. They also require food, shelter and cloth to survive on the planet Earth. Right? So, in this chapter, Shelter of Animals, we are going to discuss about the different kinds of shelters, different kinds of homes in which the different animals live. So, if you see in your textbook, then one picture is given. You can see so many birds. You can see the different animals are present in this picture. All of them requires shelter in order to protect themselves from heat, cold and rain. So, birds are also living things. Animals are also living things. Insects are also living things. All of the living things that are surviving on the earth, they need shelter to protect themselves. So, in this lesson, we are going to discuss about the different shelters that are required by the different animals. So, it was Sunday and Mahesh along with his friends, they went to the garden which is nearby their agricultural fields. So, they went to the garden, they played a lot, they played till noon, then they moved to the pond which is near to that garden. One pond was also present, so they reached there. There, Mahesh saw the fisherman fishing. Fisherman, he was taking the fishes out of the water. So, in this way, he observed the fishing that is done by the fisherman near the pond. And he also saw so many animals, so many insects near the ponds. Like, he saw that fishes also lives in water. He also saw the frogs that lives in water and they also comes on land. And along with this, he saw tortoise, crocodiles near the pond. All these animals were present and he saw that some of the animals lives only in water and some of the animals are present that lives in the water as well as on the land. Besides this, there are so many animals that are present on the earth that lives only on the land, not in the water. So, the animals like tiger, zebra, lion, all of these animals, they are surviving, they are living on the land. And some of the animals are present that lives only in the water and some other animals are present that lives both in the water and also on the land. And some other animals are also present which makes burrows and holes into the ground. So, these animals, they make burrows and holes in the ground and they live in these burrows and holes. So, in this way, Mahesh observed that all of the animals, birds, insects that are living on the planet Earth, they require shelter. They require something to protect themselves. Some of the animals, they live in water. Some of the animals, they live on the land. Some of them lives in the water as well as on the land. And some of them make burrows and holes in the ground in order to survive there. तो ये वाले लेसन में हम शेल्टर के बारे में पढ़ने वाले हैं. शेल्टर यानी कोई भी ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर जो हमें प्रोटेक्ट करता है हीट से, कोल्ड से और रेन से, उसी चीज़ को हम शेल्टर बोलेंगे. ठीक है, तो सारे एनिमल्स जितने भी प्रेजेंट होते हैं वो सारों को शेल्टर की ज़रूरत होती है. बिना शेल्टर के नो वन कैन सर्वाइव ऑन द अर्थ. तो फिशेस ऐसे वाले एनिमल्स हैं जो वाटर में रहते हैं, फ्रॉग्स, टॉर्टाइज और क्रोकोडाइल ऐसे वाले एनिमल्स हैं जो वाटर में भी रहते हैं और लैंड पर भी आते हैं। और थोड़े से ऐसे एनिमल्स होते हैं जैसा कि है रैबिट्स और मंगूस। ये वाले एनिमल्स बरोज और होल्स बनाते हैं ग्राउंड में और उसके अंदर दे live in. So in this way the different kinds of shelter is required by the different animals in order to survive, in order to live in. So we have seen that the animals, they live on the land, in the water, in the burrows and also in the holes that made by them in the ground. Some of the animals are present that lives with us in our houses and we call those animals as pet animals. तो थोड़े से ऐसे एनिमल्स होते हैं जो हमारे ही घर में हमारे साथ में रहने लगते हैं, तो उन एनिमल्स को हम पेट एनिमल्स बोलेंगे. एंड हियर वी कैन टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ कैट, डॉग, ओके, एंड some of the birds can also live with us like parrot, pigeon. So all these animals can be termed as pet animals. Now we are going to talk about where do birds live. We have seen that animals, they live at the different places, they need different shelter to protect themselves. Likewise, birds are also the living things, they also need shelter to protect themselves. So what type of shelter they use, where do the birds live, that we are going to discuss now. So here one boy named Vasu, he visited his friend Ranga's house. There Vasu saw that one bowl, it was hung with the roof and in that bowl water is present. So to drink this water, the sparrows, they are coming towards this bowl and they are drinking the water which is there in that bowl. So at the time Ranga, he spilled grains and that grains were eaten by these sparrows. Ranga said that the sparrows are too beautiful, they are so sweet. So Vasu, he also agreed that the sparrows are sweet. We should spill the grains, we should provide water to the animals because they are also living things. They need water and food to survive. So we should provide food and water to the animals and to the birds. Then both of them, Vasu and Ranga, they went into the backyard. When they went to the backyard, they saw on one tree a nest is built by the crow, and in that nest, along with the crow, the baby crows were also staying. So by seeing this nest, they felt very happy. So by this, we came to know that the birds, they build the nest. The nest is the shelter of the birds where they live. And nests are the place where the baby birds are also present, baby birds are also staying, and even if they lay the eggs, when they get mature, when they lay the eggs, at that time the eggs can be protected into the nest. So by this we learn that birds build the nest and nest provides shelter to the different birds. So different birds make the different kinds of nests. Like tailor bird, it stitches the nest and that nest is very beautiful. If you look the nest of the tailor bird, it is stitched. The tailor bird, it uses twigs, leaves and all the different things, all the stuff that is there in the surrounding, and by using those stuff, it stitches the nest and that nest looks very beautiful. In this way, weaver bird also makes the nest. So different kinds of nests can be built by the different kinds of birds. Let us talk about migrating birds. When Vasu and Ranga, they were playing in the evening, they saw the flock of cranes. So they saw the flock of cranes flying in the sky. They said that the birds are looking very beautiful, and they both discussed that these birds were not seen in the sky frequently. These birds can be seen only few times. So where do they live? Where do these birds live? So some of the birds are present who migrate to other places, who move to other places in order to lay eggs and also in search of food. So some of the birds are present that move to the other places in search of food as well as to lay eggs. That kind of birds are called as migrating birds. तो migrating birds यानी ऐसे वाले birds जो food को search करते हुए या फिर eggs को lay करने के लिए दूसरी place पे move होते हैं, उन birds को हम migrating birds कहते हैं. और यहाँ पर हम cranes का example ले सकते हैं. So cranes are the birds, you can see them during monsoon. Some of the birds are present that migrate to the other places during the different seasons, like in summer and winter they migrate, they move to the other places in search of food as well as to lay the eggs. So in this way, these kind of birds can be termed as migratory birds, and here we can take an example of a crane. And some of the birds are also present when the winter season starts. At the time they start to move to the places where the climate is not too cold. So in this way, some of the birds are present who migrate to the distant places, who migrate to the other places in order to protect themselves from cold. So in such a way, in search of food, in protecting themselves from cold season and to lay the eggs. These are the different reasons due to which the different birds migrate to the other distant places. Our next topic is, how do the animals move? We have seen that they need shelter to live, to protect themselves, and we have also seen that some of the birds are present that migrate to the other places. Some of the animals will also be there that migrate to the other places in order to protect themselves, in order to find the shelter. So here the birds, how do they migrate? How do they move from one place to another place? We all know that animals, they have legs, they have tails, or some of the animals have wings. Because of all these parts, they can move from one place to another place, but they show the different movements. So let us see what are the different movements that are shown by the different animals. So whenever we talk about the movement of animals, then it shows the different movements like crawling, jumping, swimming, flying, walking. All these are the different moves that make by the different animals to move to the other places. Here some of the animals walk. We all know that some of the animals, they walk to move from one place to another place. Here we can take an example like tiger, they walk. Lion. So these are the animals that walk. The next one is crawling. Some of the animals, they crawl to move from one place to another place. Some of the animals are present who move through crawling. They do not walk, they crawl on the ground to move to the other places. And here we can take an example of snake. Snake crawls. The next one is jump. Some of the animals, they jump. For example, kangaroo. So kangaroo is an animal who jumps and who moves to the other distant places. Now the next one is swim. Some of the animals, they live in water like fishes, frogs. What do? They swim to move to the other places. So in this way, different kinds of movements can be shown by the different animals. Here we can take an example of fish, or we can write turtles also. Fly, we all know that birds are the animals who fly in the sky and show their movement. So in this way, these are the different kinds of movements that are shown by the different animals to move to the other places. Our next topic is, be kind to animals. This means we should always take care of the animals. We should give them food and water. We should try to provide shelter to the different animals. In this way, we can take care of the different animals. So why should we do this? It's our duty, it's our responsibility to take care of all the living beings, of all the animals, because they cannot speak. They cannot say about their pain in words. So we are the human beings, we are capable of speaking, we are capable of feeling the pain. So we should always try to provide sympathy towards the different animals, and we should be kind to the different animals. Let us see one story. How can we treat the animals? How can we take care of the animals? So one day when Kitty was going to school, he saw that one puppy on the road, it was groaning with pain. So he took that puppy and he took that puppy to his father. Then his father treat him. His father gives him the first aid by providing bandage and all, and then they provide milk to this puppy. So this puppy feels very happy and it start wagging its tail and it start licking the kitty's face. So this shows the love of puppy. As the kitty is taking care of the puppy, puppy is a dog. It's an animal, but still it can feel the pain. It can shows you the love, affection, and also it can shows you the attachment, right? So in this way, Kitty helped the puppy, and then Kitty named that puppy as Pinky. And then Pinky, who was a puppy, becomes a part of the kitty's family. They keep that puppy along with them in their house, and they named that puppy as Pinky, and now Pinky is living with the kitty's family very happily. So in this way, we can take care of the different animals. We can provide care, love and affection towards the different animals. Okay, let us talk about the insects. We have seen that animals, they live at the different places. We have seen that the birds also live at the different places. Now let us talk about the insects. Insects are also the living thing. They also require shelter. They also need protection. They also need covering to protect themselves, right? So insects include butterfly. You might have seen the butterfly. It's a very beautiful insect, right? Butterfly, and even it is very colorful. And houseflies are present, and grasshoppers are present. Ladybugs, all these are the different kinds of insects that you can see in your surroundings. Some of the naughty children are present who harm these insects, who take that insect, they break the flies of the insects. You should not do that. It's not a good practice. You should not do these kind of naughty things, because they are also living things. They also have the right to live with peace. So it's our duty to protect all these insects. If you see any insect flying, you should not catch it. You should not harm them. Okay? So in this way, you can protect the different insects that you can find in your environment. Insects, where do they live? They live in the garden. They live near the ponds. They live in the trees. They live near the trees. Where the trees are present, there you can find these insects. So trees are the shelter for all these insects. Let us talk about the last topic of this lesson. What happens when insects bite? So whenever any insect bites you at the time, the diseases can be caused. The different diseases can be caused by the different insect bite. So here we will take just before we have seen that the insects are present in our surroundings. In our environment, so many insects are present, right? Now, we'll take an example of mosquito here. So, if we talk about this insect mosquitoes, then mosquitoes are the insects which are responsible to cause the disease called malaria. If any person is suffering from fever and cold, if that person goes to the doctor, after the diagnosis, we can come to know which type of disease it is. So, the cold and fever can be caused by the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes, they carry germs into their mouth. If this mosquito bites any person, then the germs which are stuck to the mouth of the mosquito, it can be easily transferred to the blood of a person. And if the germs enter into the body of a person, then it causes malaria. Okay? So, जब भी मस्कीटो बाइट करता है कोई भी पर्सन को, तो उसके अंदर जितने भी उसके माउथ के पास जितने जर्म्स होते हैं वो पर्सन की बॉडी के अंदर चले जाते हैं, और वो जर्म्स की वजह से एक बीमारी हो जाती है जिसको हम मलेरिया बोलेंगे. सो इट्स बेटर टू प्रिवेंट द मस्कीटो बाइट्स. So how can we prevent the mosquito bites? The growth of the mosquito can get increases if the water becomes stagnant. So we should always see that the stagnant water should not be there near our houses or in our schools or in our surroundings. So if this stagnant water gets prevented, if the water do not become stagnant, at that time you can see that the mosquitoes, they cannot be grown well. The growth of the mosquitoes, it can be prevented if the water would not get stagnant. So how can you prevent the stagnant water? Firstly, if you see that the water becomes stagnant, you should spray insecticides there. And if you see that the stagnant water is there, then instead of insecticide, you can also spray kerosene. So if you spray kerosene there, the mosquitoes will not come. The growth of the mosquitoes can be prevented if we spray kerosene in the stagnant water. Okay. The next thing is, you should use mosquito nets to prevent the mosquito bite. And you should use lotions which are available in the market in order to prevent the bite of a mosquito. So all these preventive measures you can follow in order to stop the diseases that are caused by the mosquito bite. Here one more example we can take, that is house flies. So house flies are also the insects that are responsible to cause number of diseases. So a number of diseases can be caused by the house flies. How it can happen? When the house flies near the garbage, they sits on the garbage, and the germs that are present on the garbage, it can stuck to the mouth of the house flies. When that house flies, it can stuck to the body of the house flies. When the house fly sits on the garbage or on the cow dung, the dirt, the different particles, the bacteria, the germs that are present, they can stuck to the body of these house flies, and when these house flies fly and sits on the food material, then the germs can be easily transferred into the food material, and if we have that food, then the germs can easily enter into our body and we can suffer and the different diseases can be caused. So in such a way, the different diseases can enter into our body by the house flies also. So to prevent the growth of the house flies, to prevent the diseases, firstly we need to cover our food. If we cover the food properly, then the food, it will be neat and clean, and if we have that food, we cannot get any diseases. So in this way, if you cover the food properly, if you keep your food neat and clean and in a proper manner, this can prevent the different diseases. And one more thing that you can do here is, house flies, it can be prevented if you keep your surroundings neat and clean, and if you throw the garbage into the dustbin. So if you are going to throw the garbage into the dustbin, the garbage will not be there on the ground and the house flies will not reach the garbage. In this way, the diseases that can be caused by the house flies can be prevented. So always we should maintain cleanliness in our surrounding. If we keep ourselves clean and if we keep our surrounding neat and clean, then there will be no diseases, there will be no mosquitoes and house flies in our surrounding, and we can keep our body healthy and fit. So here the lesson shelters of animals ends. In this lesson we have learned about the shelters of different animals. We have seen that the birds also require shelter, they build nest, and we have also seen that insects, they also require shelter, and trees serves as the shelter of different insects. So all of these things we discussed in the lesson shelters of animals. Beside this, we have also seen how can we prevent the insect bite and how can we prevent the diseases that are caused by the insect bite. Here your lesson ends. Meet you in next class. Goodbye.